We obtained these surveillance videos showing Jocelyn at the 7-Eleven just after midnight. A witness tells me she asked for water. She returned with this man in a white hat. You can see she's on the phone. Nungare says she made a call to her 13-year-old boyfriend, who says he could hear two adults in the background.
There's a very common sense reason gold is pushing to all-time highs right now. Actually, there's several reasons. The cost of goods continues to rise despite interest rates controlled by the Fed. Since January 21st, cost of living is up 17.9%. The national debt continues to skyrocket, now above $34 trillion, causing many to worry when the house of cards will come crashing down. A presidential election year that will have massive implications on the future of this country. All of this adds up to the instability and uncertainty, and that is why so many Americans are turning to Birch Gold Group. Have you diversified your savings yet? Secure a portion of them with gold from Birch Gold. Text Brandon to 989898 and get your free info kit. You will learn how to convert an existing IRA or a 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold, and it doesn't cost you a penny out of pocket. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of happy customers, you can count on Birch Gold too. Just text Brandon to 989898 to claim your free info kit and to protect your savings from uncertainty today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I support Trump. I'll vote for Trump. Unless he was worse than Biden. You know, I have learned that sitting out of the election is voting for the opposition. Just vote. It ain't gonna hurt. It just check it off on a piece of paper. Only way I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump is if he denied Christ. Not if he had a different perspective of Christ, right? Because Christians think about these things differently, and I'm open for it. I believe in, you know, I don't have nothing against Trinitarian Christians, Unitarian Christians. I don't have modalist Christians. I don't have no problem against none of that. As long as you believe Jesus is who he said he was, I'm good with that. Now, if you say Jesus ain't the way and Christianity ain't the religion, I won't vote for you. I probably, more than like for president, I won't vote for you. Lower level stuff, you know, if you're a Jewish person or something like that, or the policies are consistent with what I believe in, maybe I'll vote for you. But for the president of the United States of America, I'll find it very difficult to vote for somebody that wasn't a Christian. Now, I'm not gonna say I'd never vote for somebody. I would prefer to vote for a person that's a Christian. You deny Christ, I ain't voting for you. If you don't acknowledge Christianity, I'm not voting for you. Even if you were a Muslim, you better show some respect to Christianity. You're a Jew, you better show some respect to Christianity. You may disagree, but don't disrespect Christianity or I won't vote for you. That's just me. You take it how you want it. But I believe that sitting down in this election is not an option for anybody because we got to win or we're going to lose our country forever. These people have a death wish. They don't care about the founding fathers. They don't care about historical context and people that have lost their lives so we can be free. They do not care. They want to retain power forever so they can control the country and do whatever they want to do. And they want to get the control of the country so that they can push socialism and try it out again. It's like these Democrats and socialism is like a woman with an abusive spouse. He already didn't show that he won't beat you down. Why are you still coming back to him? You ain't God. You're not finna change his mind. These people ain't finna change the functionality of socialism. There's no socialist nation that anybody can point to and say, I want to live like that. I want to live like that. Socialism needs capitalism to even exist in the first place. You got to have capital to be a socialist. If we don't have money circulating, we don't have people paying crazy amounts of money in taxes, then how do you socialize medicine? Then how do you socialize food stamps and all kind of other stuff that we do as a nation? How do you socialize those things if you don't have income coming in? And let me go here with the illegal alien thing.
Jocelyn's mother tells me this doesn't feel real. She says she does not understand how anyone could hurt her 12-year-old daughter, who she describes as loving and kind.
It's hard. It's so hard.
Tears stream down Alexis Nungare's face as she speaks about her 12-year-old daughter, Jocelyn.
She was goofy. She always had her own little spunk. She never followed the crowd. She always stood up for what was right.
Jocelyn's family members showed up to the creek where her body was discovered Monday morning.
When was the last time you saw her and spoke to her?
Right before I went to bed Sunday night. I told her not to stay up late. She was going to come with me to work. She said okay and good night.
How were you notified that she was found?
Quickly got in my car and I pinged her phone, and it pinged right over there. And I ran, and that's what I saw. It's tape and officers, and I ran up to him, told him my daughter was missing. He wouldn't tell me anything. It wasn't until an hour later I got called to go downtown to talk about her whereabouts, and that's when I was given the information.
We obtained these surveillance videos showing Jocelyn at the 7-Eleven just after midnight. A witness tells me she asked for water. She returned with this man in a white hat. You can see she's on the phone. Nungare says she made a call to her 13-year-old boyfriend, who says he could hear two adults in the background.
Have you been able to talk to him or know what they talked about?
I have no clue.
HPD released these photos of the two persons of interest. Nungare says she doesn't recognize them, but she hopes whoever is responsible is held accountable.
What would you want them to know?
I want karma to hit them. I'm like angry that they took advantage of her. She's so young. She's 12. I want justice. I want them to come forward. I want whoever has seen them, please just, you took my baby away.
If you came to America illegally and you're coming here and you're making a difference and you're keeping your nose clean, I don't mind you having a pathway to citizenship. I really don't. I really don't. It's the people that come over here. Like, let me just say it like this: we should shut the border down and shut the border down. And I'm gonna say it's not inevitably. The word is indefinitely. We should shut the border down indefinitely, and nobody should be able to come to our country illegally. If you do, we send you home. Period. Now, there's people here that we ain't never gonna be able to deport. But what we can do is say, in our effort to hold them accountable, if you are not adding value to society, you are the first one that's going to go. I know that there's some people that are green card. I don't know if they're green card, but they DACA. I didn't have a problem with DACA. If your mama and them brought you over here, that wasn't your fault. And as long as you are not over here committing crimes and doing illegal stuff, and you are of a certain age, then come and join the fold and make a difference and pay taxes like the rest of us. But you're talking about a woman bringing a toddler over here? A woman bringing a small child over here? No, y'all all got to go back. You got to go back. I don't know what else to tell y'all. We ain't got the room for you. But there are people here that work hard, that deserve an opportunity probably more than these dumb blue-head devil leftist Americans. Some of these people will come over here and really work. So I'm okay with figuring out a way to get good people here that can add value to America. Not these people that's over here raping people and committing crimes and getting drunk, beating up their girlfriends. Listen, you have zero chances. If I was on the Supreme Court, I would make it the law of the land. Illegal aliens have no due process. They have no access to the Constitution. No one died for them to have rights in this country. They have zero rights. They can be deported for any reason at any time if they are illegally in this country. Totally up to the discretion of the people. And if you commit a crime, you gone. You commit murder, you go straight to death row and they put you to death. You don't get an appeal. You don't get due process. You get probable cause. If they believe they got enough evidence to arrest you and you're illegally in this country, we don't need to do none of that processing stuff. You kill somebody, they think you killed them. We got enough evidence to believe that you probably killed them. They put you to death, period. You commit crimes, we deport you. Or we put you in prison, solitary confinement, no mercy, in my opinion, for people who knowingly and intentionally entered into America illegally. I'm not talking about somebody who was legally over here and they overstayed a visa. I'm talking about people who know that they shouldn't have been climbing through that gate and coming over here and using resources, undocumented, taking jobs from Americans, taking resources from Americans. This is why we had such a crisis when it came to this COVID stuff. Because when you got 7 million people unaccounted for, that's not on the Census Bureau, when there's a catastrophic situation that happens, you got you have a huge influx of people that are going to overload the system. Census Bureau helps areas build hospitals, build roadways, whatever the case may be, have the resources necessary to accommodate the influx of people, representation, all of that. But when you're flying under the radar, we ain't gonna know till you need to go to the emergency room. And then nowadays you go to the emergency room, it's nothing but Hispanics in there, which is like, I never seen this before. Why is everybody in here Hispanic? Hold the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. Listen, I had this phrase that I came up with a very long time ago, and it says, you gotta fight for what you love, but make sure you love what you're fighting for. I think that's what I said. It was deep when I said it the first time. But what I'm saying with that phrase is that you have to make sure that you really care about what you're fighting for. Do you really love the cause that you are engaged in, or does it just sound cute that you're a part of it? Do you really love America? Then fight for America. Do you really love, I don't know, Donald Trump? And if you don't, then why are you fighting for him? Just because it's cute? No, you love what you're fighting for. Or fight for what you love and make sure you love what you're fighting for. And I'll leave y'all with this because we're getting ready to head into the weekend. Be the best version of yourself. I know it sounds very simple, but it's not always easy to accomplish, and not everybody encourages others to do it. Be like me. Don't be like Trump. Be the best version of yourself. It's okay to aspire to have certain intangibles that other people bring to the table, right? And I think the same thing, we should aspire to be like Jesus. But you ain't gonna be Jesus. So you got your own path, and the best version of yourself is the best path, if that makes sense. Because you can strive to be like Jesus, but look, you already had a kid out of wedlock. You already cussed 400 times this week. You've been sinning since last Thursday. So you ain't finna be just like Jesus. But what you can do is be the best version of yourself, and keeping somebody like Jesus and people who are honorable in your sights to say, I want to emulate some of the things that he was able to do. I want to emulate some of the way he treat other people. God has given you your lifetime, your circle of influence. All of that is what you should be focusing on when it comes to being the better version of you. The problem is a lot of people look across the fence and think if they ain't living like Sally Mae over there, that their life is not worth living. Or if they haven't accomplished what Bob Joe accomplished, then they haven't accomplished nothing as a man. Don't be deceived. God has a plan for you and a purpose for you and a time only for you. There is literally a blueprint of your life set out just for you that nobody else has, that nobody else can understand. It's just you. So 30 seconds left. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for being patient with me. Hold the phone until Monday. I'm out.